Hello, everybody, and today we're going to talk about Michael. Now, I do apologize, this is a little bit late. This trailer came out last week. I was feeling a bit unwell last week, so I do apologize in advance as well. But yeah, man, we are going to finally react to this trailer. I've been wanting to do this for such a long time. I just recorded a mirror review of Megan, so I've kind of done that. Because I'm like, I'll do Michael. I'm like, wait a second, I gotta review Megan. So I've done Megan. That should be coming out on. I can't really predict. It depends on editing as well, so we'll see. So yeah, so today we're talking about Michael as well. We've got a new poster which looks fantastic. I love it, and then it says on the actual poster it says the origin of an icon. Oh, I'm so excited. Let's see what we're going. I'm so pumped for this. I am so excited, as you can see as well. So I'm very excited about this as well. So yeah, so anyway, like I said, we'll talk about it later on in this video. That I did react to the first trailer, but we'll talk about that a little bit later on, obviously. So yeah, if you haven't seen my reaction to the first trailer of Michael, I really heavily enjoyed it. It was so much fun. I was gasping. I was singing to the song during my reaction like a crazy person as well. Although I do think that Michael has some really fantastic songs, and why can't you sing through during a reaction? I've done it to the Muppets as well to a degree. So yeah, so you might think I'm crazy, but hey, it's Michael Jackson. He's something very catchy. What can I say? So yeah, so I thoroughly enjoyed the first teaser trailer. So now I've got the second trailer as well. I do think, to be honest, I do think this movie is good. We'll see how the movie turns out, but I do think it's going to be a lot better than ELVIS and Whitney Houston. Only because I did enjoy both those movies, although when it came to ELVIS, I only watched it once. I would never rewatch it again because I'm worried I might cry again, because I did cry during the ending of ELVIS. Very sad if you've seen that movie. And I'm like, because when I did some ELVIS stuff in the past, people said, oh, I've watched this movie like 100 times. Like, how can you watch this movie 100 times? This is a 4-hour movie as well. And, it was a lot. It was a lot. I could do 2 hours of a movie. If a movie's 2 hours, I can do it. But if it's 4 hours, no thank you. I dropped the ball on that as well. So this might be a lot better than those movies. Like I said, I still enjoy them. Very different stories. But I think Michael is like, you have to get Michael right. Michael is like, an icon, as well. So I thought, Michael, if you haven't seen his music videos, go check him out. He is a genius. He's incredible, which we'll talk about later on in his reaction as well. Oh, by the way, I was going to say this at the end, but I'll say it now. So there's this funny little story. So the other day, I have to show it in a separate video because I don't think I can hold this thing. So the other day, I was at the shop on Monday, and I saw this really cool, because you know how sometimes people have memorabilias of people of the soundtracks of what they do, or like you see those memorabilia things. It's really cool. And I saw one of Michael Jackson. No joke, I had to get it. I had to get it because I love Michael Jackson, and I've never seen anything in my entire life as well. Because I've seen other reactions of people who have those things on their walls, but I'm like, I've never actually seen the actual thing. So I've got a Michael Jackson memorabilia thing, which I will show you a little bit later on in a separate video because I don't think I can hold it. But obviously it's got like Billie Jean, and it's got, what's the other song? Billie Jean, and it's got another song on there, but I can't remember the name of it. As well as got Michael Jackson. It tells you a bit about him. He was born in 1958, which I did not know. That's amazing. So yeah, really cool stuff. It's got the CD, not the actual CD, but they have like with memorabilia, they have a CD, like a golden CD, not a real CD, but probably it's like a fake one. But still, I thought that was very fascinating. Like, I have to get this. I have to put it up on my wall. So you might see it in future if I put it on my wall up there. I'm like, because I have a lot of wall space in my room. So I'm like, I really want to get this, but I don't know if I've got a lot of wall space, because I've got dolls there. I've got one wall, a couple of walls around me. And I'm like, I don't know if I've got room for this. And I checked the other day. I'm like, yes, I've got room. So I've got to hang it up. So I was worried. I'm like, I don't know if I've got room, but But I put it on the wall the other day. I'm like, yes, it does fit. So you'll probably see our future videos as well, just to give you a heads up as well. But yeah, but when I found that, I was like, oh my god, it's so amazing, so terrific. I'll show you guys in a separate video as well, or in an image as well. Maybe I'll put it on Instagram. Yeah, maybe I could do that. But just that's a little side story I wanted to tell you guys, because we are talking about Michael, and I just wanted to say that as well. So moving forward, so yeah, so anyway, so I reacted, like I said before, to the first teaser trailer of Michael. It's only got 48 views. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's so low for a trailer reaction. Although, to be fair, this came out. When this came out, the teaser trailer, I think this came out not before Christmas. Was it before Christmas? No, it's not after Christmas. Was it before Christmas? Because a lot of trailers, it's the end of the year, there's a lot of trailers coming out. My mum actually said this, that a lot of movies, the reason why a lot of movies come out at the end of the year is because, a lot of people are on holidays. A lot of people, like I said, Christmas movies are very popular during those times, even though it's very hard for me to catch a movie because of that during the crowds and stuff. But yeah, but most people are off work, obviously. There's a lot of movies do make a lot of money during December and November. I will say that, because I can tell, because I'm a December baby and I was born. My birthday is actually in December. So that's interesting. So yeah. So I think this came out in November, I'm going to guess. I don't know. It came out before Christmas, I do know that. Although I did react to it, but I think because people were so busy during Christmas holidays, they didn't see it. So if you want to see the Michael Jackson teaser trailer, go watch it. I suggest you go check it out as well. Really good stuff there. I freaking loved it as well. Get me 2 higher views on that, please, as well. So, obviously, we got the first teaser trailer of Michael. We got the second trailer of Michael. So, without further ado, let's get into Michael, shall we? The stadium! Holy cow! That looks fantastic.
You're strong.
That's the same moment I say to myself.
You're beautiful.
You're confident, you're strong.
You're the greatest of all time.
Let me tell you something. In this life, you're either a winner or you're
No! The Jackson 5?
working a steel mill like me for the rest of your days? No, sir. Yeah, because I sure as hell don't. Y'all willing to fight for it?
Yes, oh my god, it tripped me out right now. Wait a minute. Oh my goodness. I can't believe they showed that.
Ready whenever you are, Michael.
You know what I'm after?
You want to be the biggest star in the world?
This is going to be fantastic. I can tell that
We
already.
need to capitalize on Michael's success. Because the Jackson family is the brand. That's our Coca-Cola. And we need to start selling. So I'm planning an international tour. This is just the beginning.
I need to think.
I told you what to think.
Oof. Damn. Is this movie going to make me cry? I hope it doesn't.
I just want to do my own thing. Just have all these ideas in my head. Just gotta get them out.
Dang. This is going to make me emotional.
Not a little boy anymore.
Dang. Oh my god, I'm going to get teary-eyed.
I knew you were different the moment you were born. You have a very special light. I believe music can change the world.
And he did that.
Spread love, joy,
Dang.
and peace. That is what I want the world to feel. Magic.
Dang, I'm teary. Oh my god. Oh, that was a good trailer. His story begins. Wow. Oh my god. I'm sorry. I need a minute. Oh my god. That was so emotional, but so heartfelt. Oh my god. I'm gonna cry. Oh my god. I'm nearly there. I'm just a bit teary-eyed. Ah, that was fantastic. That was really. I just need 5 minutes, guys. Sorry about this. Oh my god, that trailer. It's gonna be like Elvis again, because I cried during that. I cried during the end because they showed actual real footage of Elvis, and obviously, if you haven't seen that movie, you know what I'm trying to say. But yeah, but that was just so good. This movie's gonna make me cry. I think this movie's gonna make me cry. As well. So yeah, I'm still emotional now. Oh my goodness. At least it's the only video I have to record today, to be honest with you, because I just finished up Megan. So I could just decompose and just go, cool, that was a lot. So yeah. Keep a composure, Miller. You can do this. Okay. So I just need to admit it there, because that was just so emotional for me to watch. Anyway, okay. Had to decompose myself. Okay. Moving forward. No matter how much I'm emotional by watching this. Okay, so we've got this beautiful shot of, is that stadium or arena? Oh, that's really cool. I think this movie, Michael Jackson is a phenomenal artist, as we all know, and it's interesting to me that we see a lot of him on stage. So I'm like, oh my god, I'm so excited. I know we see a lot of Elvis a bit and Whitney on stage, but that was more, I think those movies focus more on their personal life. It's going to be the same here, but I think we're going to see more of the atmosphere when it's like to go to a concert as well. Now, I went to a concert, was it a couple of years ago now, Jessica Malboy, as well. I don't know if I told you the story, but she was phenomenal. She was fantastic. If you want to see a reel, I've got it on Instagram as well, so go and check it out. Really good stuff there. Also last year, my mom saw Lenny Kravitz. I know, right? She invited me to go with her because they're like, do you want to see Lenny Kravitz with me? Now, to me personally, I'm not a huge, I like Lenny Kravitz, obviously, but I don't know all of his songs. But my mom knows a lot of his songs as well because she loves Lenny Kravitz, likes George Michael as well. Yeah, she likes those two from memory. I know she likes someone else, but I can't think at the top of my head. So it's George Michael. She loves George Michael. She loves Lenny Kravitz. Sorry. Yeah. So yeah, if I was to say to my mom, what's your favorite artist, she would probably say those two because she grew up with their songs obviously as well. And also yeah. So I didn't go because I was worried that because Jessica Malboy performed Subway here, but it was much smaller. It was more inside. We went to this place before because it's sort of like an Irish dances show there, and it was really big. It was about this big. Like, holy, that's so cool. So yeah, really good stuff there. So I didn't go, but my mum decided to bring a friend with her instead because she asked me first. And I was kind of worried about the sound because when you're autistic, sounds get to you. Like if I've got a severely autistic brother, he doesn't like sounds, although he has his computer up to 100, so I don't know why, if you hear the sound that bothers him, but if he puts it on the computer, he doesn't. I don't know, but yeah, but my brother's very sensitive to sounds. I'm a little bit sensitive too. I think, yeah, because I haven't been to a concert. I've never actually been to an actual concert ever since I saw Jessica Malboy, to be honest with you. I noticed one time my mom was telling me a story that when I was a little girl, I went to see the Wiggles, I think. I don't know, something like that. And I think I was kicking and screaming or something. I can't remember. I know she said something on lines like that, but yeah, but it was just very noisy when I was a lot younger. I can't remember the story, but I don't remember everything from my childhood, guys. So yeah. So she saw it with her friend, and when she got back, she said, "Oh, Mila, I'm so glad you didn't go to that concert," because she said it was loud, like really loud. Because obviously Lenny Kravitz had an air guitar, and he played his air guitar, right? So that would be very loud. So it was even though my mom said it was a really good concert, she said you wouldn't cope with the noise. So I'm glad I didn't go. Because I don't cope with sounds very well. Depends on the noise level. But I didn't go. But my mom got me some merch. She got me a Lenny Kravitz t-shirt. Oh, I should have worn that today. Anyway, that's about it. And a pin that says I gotta go my own way. So she got me some merch as well. But she just enjoyed it. And she said I'm probably going to see him again once he comes back. So yeah, and the whole stage, because it was built because different artists have like different ways of like performing. So when my mum saw Lenny Kravitz, it was a stage, but I think it had like extended ends on the corners, I think, and he actually went through the crowd, obviously, and touched people's heads, and they were at the very front, obviously. So, as well, people just, not going crazy, but he was just touching people's heads and stuff like that. So it was a really good experience for my mum to see. But I didn't go because of the noise level, and it was really loud. She said it was really loud, so she said I wouldn't cope with it. So I'm glad I bailed out. I thought, don't worry, so Jessica Bellboy, and as of this year, I'm going to see Guy Sebastian. I'm so excited because I freaking love Guy Sebastian, so I'm going to have a great time. So even though I didn't see Lenny Kravitz, I'm going to see Guy Sebastian instead. So I freaking love Guy Sebastian. He's fantastic. Love him as well. So yeah, so I like the fact that it's an arena. Or a stadium, I don't know, but it looks fantastic. I can't wait to see the energy of the crowd, obviously, because the energy of the crowd gets you pumping, so I can't wait for that performance as well. So yeah, so anyway, we go to more of his family here. Now, who is this girl? I don't know. I didn't write their names down. I've got notes on because I did the first season of the trailer. I've got notes on what their names are. So I highly doubt that's Janet Jackson, to be honest with you, because Janet Jackson wasn't around then. So she was born afterwards, I think, because she's the youngest out of all of them, from what I said in my other video. So is that... No, that can't be Rebby, because Rebby, what I found out, is the oldest. So that might be Latoya. So it goes Latoya... Does it go Latoya, Michael, and Janet, does it? Or does it go Michael, Latoya, and Janet? I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it goes Michael, Janet's the last one, Latoya, yeah. I don't know. I wonder who that kid is. I don't know. Although, is Latoya older than Michael? I don't know. Yeah, she should have been. Yeah, that's, now I'm confused. I'm totally confused myself. So we'll see what's going on here. But I wonder who that kid is. Because obviously, we see the boys, but we don't know who that is. So I'm going to guess it's probably Latoya as a young little girl, although Latoya might be a bit older than Michael, because Michael's a kid there, like a little kid. So we'll see what's going on there. Although, no, I don't think it's Janet, because Janet was younger. She's the youngest out of all of them, and she's younger than Michael Jackson, so I don't think that's the case as well. So yeah. No, I was so happy that they showed the Jackson 5. I was right with my teaser child because I said, oh, they've got musical instruments in the background. I wonder if they're a musical family. And lo and behold, I was right. Oh my God, that is so exciting. That is fantastic. Love that because I'm like, oh my God, it's so good. I was tripping now when I was watching my reaction because oh my God, the Jackson 5, hang on. Because the Jackson 5 are famous, okay? Not as famous as Michael Jackson, but obviously they got the star as the Jackson 5, obviously. And obviously you see them practicing in their PJs and their clothing as well. So I wonder if, because when you come for a big family, usually like you have musical genes. So maybe they had a magic touch, obviously, because their father and mother don't seem very musical. So I wonder actually where they got their musical talents from. That's interesting. Maybe we'll find out in the movie what that is from. Because, when you have a talent so pure, because when it came to, I guess, not Elvis's parents, because they weren't famous, but when it came to Whitney's mother, she was a performer. She sang in church. I don't know if that story's real or not, but she sang in church. She was doing nightclubs, obviously. So obviously Whitney inherited her music abilities from her. So we know that because her mother was popular. She sang with Elvis during the time. So there's that. But I wonder where that stems from. Did they get it from their grandparents? Did they get it from, not obviously their parents, but we'll see. It's interesting. And obviously there's Michael in the middle. That is Michael, right? Yeah, that is Michael. Yeah. It's so hard. There's so many of them. It's kind of hard to tell. But Michael is the youngest. Not the youngest, but he's a kid here. So yeah. So yeah. So I think it's really cool. Although I think missing a member. Where's Randy? Is it Randy? Yeah, because Randy was the second youngest after Janet, because Janet, remember, is the youngest out of all of them. So where's Randy? Is that... Yeah, we're missing a couple of brothers there, because there's obviously Jeremiah, Tito. I believe he passed last year or this year, I think. The Jackson 5 brother, No, hang on. Oh no, now I gotta look it up. I'm so sorry. Hang on, give me a sec. I've got it in my head, but I can't. There's so many of them. Okay, there you go. Thank you. Okay, so we got Rebby, Jackie, Tito, Jeremiah. Oh, Jeremiah is the fourth oldest. Sorry. Oh, okay. Latoya. Okay, so that was before Michael. Way before Michael. Oh my goodness. Okay, I was totally off there. So it goes Rebby, Jackie, Tito, who's the one I said I think just passed recently, which is very sad, very unfortunate. Hang on. Jeremiah, Latoya, Marlo, Brandon, Michael, Randy, and Janet as well. So that's interesting. So, I know one of them had, yeah, okay, so Brandon doesn't count because he was a twin with Marlo, so it's actually, when you think about it, Rebby, Jackie, Tito, Jeremiah, Latoya, Marlo, Michael, Randy, and Janet. So Randy should be in there as well. Although, oh wait, that might be 1961. Maybe I'm thinking of I don't know. Like I said, so confusing, but you get the idea. So yeah, so obviously Janet wasn't involved, obviously, and I don't think Randy was involved either. Although we are missing a couple of brothers there. Latoya's. Oh, that might be Latoya actually. No, Latoya's older. Yeah, we'll see. It's so hard. It's so confusing. The Jackson 5 got too many kids as well. So yeah, so anyway, it was nice to see him, like I was saying before, nice to see him. I liked how, not only that, we not only get to see them practice, but I thought this was very interesting. I don't know if they're going to show this, but they showed the Jackson 5 doing different eras of periodic table. Because obviously the Jackson 5 started, I think, in the 60s, maybe 70s. I'm not quite sure on that. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you know. But yeah. But so it was nice to see them sort of like transition into different decades and periods. And at one point they have other clothing on, the other they have different clothing on when they got older. So I thought that was a nice transition. So obviously got to get a montage of them in different decades and periods. That's my theory and guess of what's going to happen, obviously. And obviously they're at a fair. They're obviously, because you have to work yourself up to be an artist as well. So with Elvis, obviously, he started at a county fair. I think that's what you call it. Yeah, county fair in the actual movie. I'm not sure if that's real or not, but it was really cool to see Elvis, sing and start at a county fair. And also we get to realize that his roots came from the blues because he grew up with a lot of black people, in that time period as well. He felt like, I think he said he felt like one of the people as well, which is a very interesting commentary as well. So yeah, so I thought that was very interesting that you saw Elvis, develop his singing skills. Kind of the same with the Jackson 5. You see them practice, you see them at the county fair. So same thing. So I kind of like that. So I thought that was really good as well. So very good stuff here as well. So yeah, so also we'll talk about the emotional part in a second. But can I just say, what a gorgeous, gorgeous house. Oh my goodness. Is that Michael's house or is that his family's house? Because obviously they upgrade, obviously. Obviously when you can become big and famous, you get an upgrade of a mansion, of a house. So I wonder if that's Michael's house or his family's house. It looks like his family's house because it's so big. It looks like one of those, I was watching a show a while ago and it looked like one of those houses that, sometimes houses have those big driveways and you can just park the car all through the house. It reminds me of that. So that might be one of those houses because it looks so big, looks fantastic. I don't imagine Michael living there by himself. I think his family share that house, which is interesting as well. Same with Elvis, he upgraded to his house, a very iconic house in Graceland as well. So that's also interesting as well. I don't think they show where Whitney lived, obviously. But that was a nice house. But this is amazing. Oh my goodness, look at that house. That can't be just for one person. That's gotta be for everybody. It looks fantastic. as well. I was watching the Eddie Murphy documentary a while ago now, and no joke, when I saw Eddie Murphy's mansion, it's like this big. It's got a pool and everything. It's got like all these beautiful hallways and stuff all through the house, mate. That is huge. Like, you don't need a big house that big, Eddie, as well. But it looked amazing. Like, it's like, oh my god, this is so beautiful. What a beautiful house. They've got a pool. They actually have a pool as well. Like, oh, you got a pool. You got everything. It was so good. Like, yeah, it was, interesting how celebrities have the luxury of getting big stuff. Some celebrities don't get big mansions, to be honest with you. It depends how big they are. Let's just say that. Depends how big and famous they are, obviously. Michael's one of them as well. Speaking of houses, we don't live in a mansion, obviously, but where we live, it's very small. Not small, but my other room's very small, so, yeah, so it's hard to sort of, like, not that we had a big house. Back where we used to live, we had a really big house. We used to live on an acre about this big. And it was really, really big. Had a deck, had a spa and everything. So to upgrade from that to that was really hard. And also that was also during the pandemic as well, because we got settled here very quickly, and then bam, lockdown. It was like ridiculous. But it was nice being in a new home during lockdown. I've got to say that it was nice. Yeah. Different feeling going into a new house, but we made it our own, and it's fantastic. So yeah, this is not a big house. We don't even have a yard. We have no yard at all. Nope, no yard. But it's nice because it's more convenient to us. It's just the three of us, obviously, and it's easier for my mom to, do things, because at the other house, she was struggling with a lot of things. So yeah, so big house means big maintenance. Small house means not so much maintenance, and it's easier now because technology in this house. We have a laundry that we just press with a button, and also a washing machine that we could just press with a button as well. So you don't need, to push a lot of buttons to get that started as well. So yeah, so I thought that was very interesting. But their house is gorgeous, beautiful house as well. So let's get to the emotional parts of the trailer, okay? So obviously his dad, is running the joint, okay? He's running the Jackson 5, making them a brand as well, which I think is very fascinating as well. It's kind of like, we'll talk about this a bit later, but it kind of reminds me of what Whitney's dad used to do to Whitney as well. But we'll talk about that a little bit later on. So he says to Michael, because they're going on a grand tour, obviously, and he says, I need to think about it, and he says, I told you what to think, or I don't know if it's like, I told you what to think. It was like, or is it like, I told you don't think, or something like that. I don't know what the line said, but something on the lines like that. I'm like, ooh, that's tough, And obviously, at the better end, you can obviously tell that Michael and his dad obviously don't get along. So you can see the little cracks crumbling already as well. So I think that's very interesting as well. Like, yeah, very interesting. Like, he spoke up, his dad shut him down. Obviously, we've been there. As when it comes to our parents, sometimes, when you try and say something and they don't even listen to you, it's very hard. So I can imagine, Michael in that perspective as well, yeah. We'll see what happens, but yeah, but I think that was just very emotional for me to watch. And yeah, I think this movie is going to make me cry. Yeah. I think we'll talk about if this is going to be an emotional movie or not. But from that line reading, it seems like it's going to be an emotional film as well. And also too, like I said before, this reminds me a bit of the Whitney Houston situation with her dad, because obviously, in the movie, obviously, her dad was kind of controlling her a little bit, obviously, and didn't give her money, obviously. And that just spun Whitney out of a spiral, obviously. So that was really hard to watch that scene with her and her dad, obviously, because she didn't want him to give her the money, obviously, and that was very unfortunate as well. Or something. I don't know if it was about money, but obviously had to do something with money, so I don't know. And also with Elvis too. I don't know if this is real or not, but Elvis, I kind of felt bad for Elvis because, when I was listening to one of his songs, I'm like, oh my god, he does feel trapped. That's so sad because obviously his manager, which doesn't help, trapped him in Las Vegas, and he wanted to travel the world. world. He wanted to see, the world, do tours, and he actually couldn't do that. So I kind of felt bad that it didn't, work out for him. I kind of felt really bad for him because he wanted to travel the world, see the world, and obviously his manager didn't want him to. He stuck him in the same place, and that made Elvis a bit crazy. And there was one point in the movie where I was about to leave. I'm like, yes, Elvis, leave your horrible manager. Like, he doesn't deserve you. But he was like, no, Elvis, don't go back to him. Just leave. The car's right there. So I kind of felt bad for Elvis as well. So same parallels as well to those movies to a degree with his dad, with Michael's dad. So we'll see what's going on here as well. Yeah. Also, what was interesting is that his mother, I don't know what she said, but she said something very beautiful. She said, from the moment you were born, you were different. I'm like, oh, that's so sweet. Oh, that's so sweet. So that's actually really nice. That's a nice line as well to say, she said, from the moment you were born, when you opened your eyes, you were different. And she said she had a light as well in him as well. So I thought that was very nice. It's so sweet for her mother to say, oh, wow, that's so nice. Oh, my God, I'm getting teary already. Jesus. Oh, my God, it's a baby. The baby hasn't even come out yet as well. But yeah, but that was beautiful that his mum said that to him. And we kind of get a sense of what his family life was like a little bit more with his mum. Obviously, he was close to his mum, I think. I think Elvis was very close to his mum as well, come to a degree as well. Like, he was very close to his mum. Like, loved her to bits. Like, I was watching a documentary a while ago about him after I watched the movie because I was trying to figure out if, because the movie was very confusing for me to watch, so I watched the documentary, and he said that every time when he would date a girl, he would bring him over to his mum. Like, oh, that's so sweet. And it did say in the documentary that he's a mama's boy. There's nothing bad about that. My brother's a mama's boy as well, so there's nothing bad about that. So yeah, so I kind of liked your relationship here with his mother as well. So we'll see. Their relationship seems very strong. I hope we have more moments between the two of them in the movie. So we'll see what's going on there as well. Although we don't really see her like Whitney's mother, we don't really see her a lot on tour with them as well. So maybe at that time she had other kids, maybe, because we know Janet's in there, we know Randy's in there. So maybe during that time she was looking after the other kids, because obviously they were big families. So maybe she was at home, looking after the kids. Maybe, I'm not sure what's going on there, but yeah, but she's not heavily involved in this, I don't think. Interestingly, neither was Whitney's mum, to be honest with you, Sissy, because in the movie she had she had this church and a bar, and obviously her dad took over. I'm like, why is the mum taking over? Like, I guess back in the day it was a bit different for women to be in power as well when it came to management as well. But yeah, but it would have been nice for her mum to Whitney's mum, to step in, and help out, but she didn't. So I was like, okay, maybe the same thing for Michael's mum. We'll see what's going on. They're very nice as well. Also, speaking of, there's also another emotional moment in the trailer where he says, I love my family, but I just want to do my own thing. I'm like, oh my God, this movie's going to break my heart for sure. The emotional depths, which I love, because I don't think, I think the other movies were emotional, but this movie's going to hit me hard for sure, because I love Michael so much. So yeah, so he says that I love my family, but I just want to do my own thing. I think we all have that bit conundrum saying like, I love my family, but I want to do my own thing, And I feel like him saying that is like his dad or something is not giving him the opportunity to do that. I mean, sure, you'll love your family to bits, but sometimes it gets to a point where it's like, I just want to venture out on my own, do my own thing. So I kind of feel for Michael in that moment, because it was like, he just wants to do his own thing. And he's talking to this person saying, you're not a kid anymore, Michael. So he did that. So we'll see what's going on there. But this also reminds me of Elvis, where his manager was like, you can't do that. And Elvis, rebelled against him and did, Trouble, the son. Looking for Trouble, that son. And he defined him and rebelled against him. So I thought that was really cool stuff. When an artist rebels against their manager, it's really cool as well. So maybe he'll do that. So I don't know. But yeah, but we'll see what's going on here as well. Also, the nose, we kind of see him get the Michael Jackson nose, because obviously Michael Jackson has done some plastic surgery during the time when he performed as well. So we'll see what's going on there. So that's also interesting as well. Like, you're going to see him going through the phase of Michael Jackson. So obviously in this movie's going to be totally different because Whitney never got plastic surgery. They might have, but I don't know. From memory, Whitney and Elvis did not go for plastic surgery, but with Michael, you're going to get significantly new look from Michael. Like, oh, wait a second, that's Michael Jackson? No way! So you're going to be more surprised with his transition as well through the decades, obviously. Because when he was younger, he didn't get plastic surgery, but when he got older, he got plastic surgery. So I wonder what influenced him to do that. Did someone say to him, oh, you need to, what's the word? You need to make up, you need to look more like a celebrity because he's obviously black as well, like Whitney Houston as well. And also, I think, did he bleach his skin? Because it's very, very white, like close pale white. So did he bleach his skin also? I'm curious. So you see a transition of Michael going through different stages of plastic surgery with his nose and everything, and with his face, obviously, as well. So we'll see also his skin, because he's not black. He is black, but some people bleach their skin. So maybe he did that. I'm curious, because later on, he's like a ghost. He's just like got lots of plastic surgeries, got lots of plastic surgery, and just completely changed him to the artist we know and love today. So that also can be interesting as well. Also, what was interesting, we see that he's, working on a couple of songs there, obviously. And he's like, I've got these ideas and I just need to write them down, obviously. And he's like, I've got all of these ideas stuck in my head. And I'm like, Michael, I can relate to that because I've got ideas stuck in my head all the time as well. So, like, sometimes when you're really creative, it's very hard to switch your brain off sometimes because it's like, you got to do this, you got to do that. So it's really hard. Like, if you're a really creative person, it's very hard to do. And obviously, Michael, has that essence of him. He has creativity in his lyrics, and obviously he's working on some lyrics there as well, from what we've seen. So that's interesting. So it's just like humming a tune and like, what can I need to get this on paper. Like, I feel the same way, Michael, because sometimes with me, like, I'll think of an idea, I'm like, oh, I'm going to do that, but I have to figure out what way to do it, sort of, like, with graphics and everything, like, I got to think of what to do, so it's all, you think video making is easy, it's not, you got to think of every single detail, you got to remember what you're going to say and stuff, so it's really hard, so yeah, so sometimes even when I'm sleeping, sometimes I drift off and think of ideas when I'm sleeping, not really. Not very often, but sometimes I do because you're like, I gotta get this done, as well. So it's really hard. It's really hard to do, but it's worth it in the end. Like the outcome of it's worth it in the end. I like that, and I like how he was like, he wanted to get all these things out there, and I kind of feel the same way because I want to get these videos out there and focus on other videos, like not trash them, but like. Because I got videos to do, and I'm way behind than I expected to be with other things going on as well. So, yeah, so I can relate to what Michael, is doing as well. Like, you just got to get them out. You just got to get them out there. And I kind of feel the exact same way. It's very hard being a creative person. Very hard being a creative person as well. Like, very, very hard. Very confused about this in the trailer. So, you might know what's going on here. So, obviously, Michael has a pet chimpanzee. Is that a chimpanzee? Yeah, chimpanzee. And I'm like, okay, I don't remember Michael. Although, to be fair, someone was doing an interview. It might have been Eddie Murphy. Was it Eddie Murphy? I can't remember. But a while ago, someone in an interview was saying about Michael Jackson, saying that he had a lot of exotic pets as well. I think someone said he had a snake at some point as well. Which as pet snake, although I know someone has a pet snake. As well, you can get pet snakes. You can get pet snakes for a pet as well. It is a thing. But yeah, he had like exotic birds. I think he had some other animals too. You think that's very weird and nutty, but at the same time, it's like I've had pets in the past, and I've had like a couple of pets in the past. So yes, it's not crazy as I think it sounds. So yeah, so it's got chimpanzee. I don't know why on earth it's got chimpanzee as well, so that's interesting. Well, maybe we'll find out the story of what's going on there. Maybe he rescued him from a circus, maybe. Maybe, I'm not sure. But he looks very cute, very animated. It reminds me of the movie with Robin Williams. He did like a biopic docu-series of him being a monkey. It kind of reminds me of that. The same animation style reminds me of that. I haven't seen it, but I saw the preview. I'm like, okay, so he's a monkey, but I don't understand why he's a monkey. So I'm like, that's pretty clever, but I'm like, monkey, Robbie Williams. I'm not sure what's going on there, but very creative, very talented, very creative to make him a monkey, as well. Very creative, but I'm just like, I just don't get it as well. So what's going on here? But I thought that was interesting. So obviously Michael has had some exotic pets in the past. So maybe we will find out what he gets as well. We'll see. But yeah, I'm just thinking out loud. He has got a pet chimpanzee. I'm like, where the heck did that chimpanzee come from? Obviously. So we'll see. Maybe they had a pet chimpanzee. I'm not sure the Jackson 5 had any pets. Maybe they did have a pet chimpanzee, maybe. I'm not sure. We'll see what's going on here. But very interesting stuff here as well. Okay, so obviously we're going to get to the dark stuff, okay? So here, now I don't know a lot about Michael Jackson, to be honest with you. I know what happened to him because my mum told me that his doctor killed him, obviously. Not on purpose, by accident, as well to a degree. But here, what's interesting here, he's at a concert and obviously, he's badly injured. Okay, this is during the Billie Jean, I presume, concert because he's got that glary glove on. So what's going on there? Because he's obviously on a drip. He's also got concussed on the head. It looks like he's got his bandage around his head, obviously. So something must be going on there, as well. It's interesting because, because nowadays it's trendy to get an IV drip, dehydration thing right through the arm instead of having water. I'm like, have water instead of having a drip through your arm. Like, what? I know. Like, I heard that. I'm like, why can't people just drink water from a bottle instead of getting drip from, an IV bag? So I think that's very interesting. So, people are crazy. People are crazy. They can do whatever they want. I have no control of it. But I just thought that was a bit weird as well. Like, people, it's a new trend, I believe, that people are doing. But I'm like, just have a bottle of water instead of getting dripping around. And having like drip stuff for dehydration as well. So I thought that was very weird as well. But anyway, besides that, so I don't know what's going on here, obviously. I have no idea, but we'll see what's going on here as well, because he's being taken away. He's on a, what do you call this thing when they take you away to the ambulance? I don't know, like a hospital, not a hospital bed, but like one of the stretchers. He's on one of those, and obviously he's got a blanket around him, so obviously something went down. I don't know what. So we'll see what's going on here. Very interesting stuff to see as well. Also, this reminds me a bit of the ELVIS situation and the Whitney Houston situation. Sorry, because obviously ELVIS, he was about to, in the movie, he was showing that he was about to do a concert. They just passed out in the middle of the floor. People had no idea what was going on and stuff like that. Maybe that was a dehydration thing. Maybe, I'm not sure. But they used a needle to. I can't believe they did this. I was like, just cancel the show. He's so good, you guys. But someone put a needle in him to make him awake, sort of, because obviously ELVIS was doing a lot of drugs at the time. Also Whitney Houston. I don't know about Michael Jackson. I don't know about that. I'm not quite sure. Is this the first movie? Is this the first biopic that Michael Jackson doesn't do drugs? We'll see. Although Prince never done drugs, to be honest with you. Like, his story is a bit different. Prince actually had a heart condition, and he dosed up on too many painkillers. So that's what happened to him. George Michael, he was on drugs, obviously. So I don't think Prince was on drugs, but he had a heart condition, obviously, at the time, and he just decided to overdose on painkillers, and that's how he passed. So he actually didn't do drugs. Thank God, because I'm like, why does everything have to do with drugs? And we'll talk about this the other day. I was talking about this the other day with my mom on the car ride to the shops, because I was thinking to myself, like, because I keep thinking drugs are suicidal, but not really. But drugs are accidental, so you don't know what's going to happen. And back at school, they said, like, always have your cup on hand, because you never know if someone's going to spike a drink or put a drug in it, and you take it, and then, there's a lot of people who die from drugs, but it's accidental, so it's not like it's not like they're killing themselves. It's more accidental than anything else. So, drug overdose is very normal, obviously. A lot of people don't assume that you can, just, die from drugs. Obviously, it's very sad. A lot of people do weird, stupid things, they might spike your drink, but you don't even know, and then one day you're just gone. It's very sad, obviously. So, yeah, there are things like that as well. But, so Whitney was in the movie Whitney, in the movie, she was on stage and she was like having a hallucination of drugs, obviously. And my mum said that drugs, when you take a drug, it kind of escapes you from reality, basically. Like, you're not even in reality. Like, you're just going on you're just going on a high trip, basically. So, yeah. So, when I saw that in the movie, I'm like, oh no, Whitney, what are you doing to yourself? Because obviously Whitney, because of Bobby Brown, was doing drugs and cocaine. Obviously, you saw that in the movie, you've seen the movie, but yeah. But but it's very unfortunate that happens, because when you take drugs, not that I've never taken drugs, like at all, so I'm good. But if you take drugs, just be careful of what you do, basically, because it kind of escapes you from reality. Drugs, and you don't know where you are. Like, so I think people just want to escape from reality. And look, the world is hard as it is, but taking a drug is not the answer, okay? Taking a drug is not the answer. It might feel high and nice because you're on your high horse and you might feel nice, you have no idea where you are, but can also, be detrimental. So be careful of that. But yeah, but that reminds me of that as well, to a degree as well. I think in the Elvis movie, he was on the drip for, he was dehydration. I think that's what happened, because in the movie he was in a hospital beds and on the drip, so maybe he had a bit of dehydrated problem. Make sure to stay hydrated. Very important you do that as well. But yeah, but also, is this movie going to make me cry? That's the answer we want to know. So yeah, or I want to know, because at the end of the Elvis movie, like I said earlier, that movie made me cry. I'm so glad I watched it with my mum, because if I watch it by myself, I'll be tearing up for good. I was crying. I was sobbing. Like, I was like, oh my God, because they actually showed real footage of Elvis Presley himself, and that made me tear up. And at the end of the movie, my mum was saying that it's so sad that Elvis died that way, because they didn't find out that the manager was guilty until after his death. So it took a while for them to realize that the manager did Elvis bad and guilty, bad and awful and horrible stuff to him. But they never knew that when he was alive. So it took a while for it to, it took a while for that to come around. But they finally did and said, I think they said something in the end credit of the movie as well, because they like to put like real words in and real footage of the people as well. I think they did that in the Iron Claw too. Yeah, they did that in the Iron Claw too, speaking of. Another family that has drug problems as well. So yeah, so I thought that was very sad, and obviously, I don't know, I don't think, because they showed the real Elvis playing on stage for the last time, and obviously you saw, like, in the movie, there was a big thing, Elvis was such a phenomenal artist, and it's sad to see him sort of, die in that suspense as well, because you don't want something bad to happen to anyone. No one does, but very sad. But we saw, not graves, but we saw people celebrating Elvis, and they were at his, not funeral, but they had like flowers, obviously to commemorate his loss as well, because during that time, remember, they didn't have internet, so they couldn't look up. I'm like, oh my God, that person's dead. So they had to find out on the radio, and during that time, I wasn't around during that time, but my dad was around that time, and that was very sad as well, like very sad what happened to him. So it just goes to show you Elvis had a very impactful way on the world, and also with Michael Jackson too. I think I'm going to definitely cry. This movie's going to be so emotional. I'm probably going to bring tissues to the theaters, because I'm obviously going to see this in theaters, so we'll see. But since I saw the reaction, ever since I saw the trailer of the new one, it just made me so emotional. I was like, oh my God, this is so emotional. This is going to make me cry for sure. And my mum said to me, because, I was watching the trailer, like, oh my God, this is going to make me cry. Like, why not? It might make you cry as well, because it's such a sad thing to see these biopics and think of the people that we've lost. Michael, Whitney Houston, George Michael, Prince, Elvis, Queen, what's his name? Oh, no, Freddy Krueger, sorry. So it's very sad that these beloved, people have passed on. But I guess in a way you could say that I guess the music sort of lives on and brings hope and still today, I still listen to Michael Jackson music to this day, and also Whitney and also Elvis. So I think that there's still people around who love those people, and I love Michael for so many reasons as well. So yeah, but despite his personal life, his music's fine. Despite his personal life, he's fine. But yeah, but this movie's gonna make me cry for sure. I'm wondering, I don't know if they'll do this because they never showed this in the Whitney Houston movie. I'm wondering if they'll show actual footage of Michael himself, like real Michael Jackson. That would be cool. If I see real Michael Jackson in the end credit scene of the movie, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry and tear up because stuff like that gets you emotional. So let's see what it decides to do. So that's my thoughts on Michael. I finally got react to this. This video might be a little bit longer than usual because I've seen its runtime. I'm like, oh my god, it's 50 to 27 or 28 seconds depending how long this is. So I'm gonna end it here. What do you think of Michael? As well, let me know in the comments below what you guys like. Make sure to like, subscribe to Miller's Mix Media. Also next to the subscribe icon, you can also hit that little bell icon as well to get you more updated on videos and when I drop videos as well. So also hit the little bell icon as well, and also subscribe. It's very important. Also watch this, even though this might be a long video. Sorry about that. But yeah, but anyway, it's Michael. It's Michael, So yeah, so that's all I got time, guys. Do that. Make sure to like, share, subscribe to Miller's Mix Media. Also hit the bell icon to get more updates as well. And I'll see you guys very soon.